They're watching you and they're taking note because they know that you have successfully closed out cycles with toxic lovers, be you a masculine or a feminine, but big divine energy coming up right now. Why? Because the Most High is calling for these men to come in and be protectors of healers. People who heal, people who come to bring life need protectors. We need masculine energy to be balanced with our feminine energy. Even if you feminine are coming up as your own emperor, you're tapping into your testosterone, your masculine energy. So you got people watching. When I tell you they are sitting up, they are calculating, they are trying to figure out what is your weakness. Have you been alone too long? Do you want a man? Are you single and self-sufficient? Maybe I could just come in and give you some sex or something like, baby, they are studying the divine feminine more than they're doing anything else. They're also studying the divine masculine to mirror him and copy him. But again, their shape-shifting skills have been stripped. That's a whole nother reading for a whole nother day. 8 of Wands, some type of communication is coming through, some type of information. Do you want your soul back? It's illusions. Choose wisely. Use your intuition. Use your best discernment. A lot of you, this is a familiar spirit. It's just body jumping. It's just body jumping. It's the same person you dated years ago that you broke up with, that you realized was doing spell work over you. It's the same spirit. 7 of Cups, illusions. It's the same damn spirit. Yeah, and they slowly coming in. Didn't I just tell you out here single and self-sufficient? They're trying to find some type of insecurity. So they're going to come with all these complimentary words. Hey, beautiful. Hey, queen. Hey, this. They're going to sound like the divine. But something in your physical, spiritual body is going to let you know this is an illusion. I got choices. Let me choose wisely. Been here before. You seem real familiar. What is the spiritual contract? What is the spiritual contract? Sneaky and motherfucking deceptive. I cannot make it up. 7 of Swords. Test that spirit. You got to test his spirit, test her spirit. Yeah, look. These are people that want to come in from out of the cold. They can't produce. They can't manifest. They need light and they're desperate. And in Hermit, they are simply sitting back to recalibrate, recalculate, and redetermine how it is that they can come back into your life. So now they're quiet with the Hermit and the Page of Swords and the Empress energy. They know that you have real men coming in, real divine masculines coming in. 8 of Wands. This is communication. It's illusions. It's like glamour spells. But you're the high priestess, your divine feminine energy, you can see through it. There's also some karmic ass feminine that are in this energy as well, trying to find out where the divine masculines are, because they already know that it's inevitable that the divine masculine and divine feminine will be together. It's inevitable. You can't change it. It's already done. So says the Most High God, because we need them more now than we ever needed them. However, we will continue to stay connected to source in this 9 of Pentacles, single and self-sufficient forever if we got to. Don't matter. Be nice to have them come in as protectors. But if they don't show up, you got so much power and so much rank, which is a blessing, because where you're going, you're going to need that extra protection. You got work to do. This is what I just heard. Divine Collective. Clarify the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Some of them are trying to come back. You got people that are trying to spin the block and act like they've changed. No, they ain't changed. You're talking to a demon. You're talking to something real dark. You're talking to something insidious. This is not even a real conversation. You're not conversing with anything that is of your high frequency caliber. Pun intended, quite literally. 10 of Swords, yeah. And they're hoping that they can confuse you, that they can deter you, that they can delay you from going on your journey in this 9 of Pentacles energy, being obedient to source. A lot of you have abstained and mastered celibacy by way of sexual activity. The Fool energy. They want to go on this journey with you. They're hoping that you will be a fool for them. Okay? Clarify. They want their souls back? No, they want your soul. But we see right through them with the 2 of Swords in the reverse. These are people coming in to cause confusion, chaos. It's a rerun. Yeah. It's a rerun ass energy. Yeah, these are lovers. But see, when you have love, you're not desperate for it. You walk in love. You are love. You have self-love. This is not, they're looking for people that are desperate, women that are, horny. I'm going to keep it real. Men that are horny. People that are being, controlled by sexual desires that are out of control. They're trying to feed your insatiable appetites, but you're so connected to the divine, and they could be seeing you as a prude. And that's okay. That's just not your people. Sex is really a privilege. It's a sacred act. Wheel of Fortune. You're in alignment. The stakes are high, and these demons are not outranking you. These warlocks, these witches, they're not outranking you. No, look, this just came out, flew out my hand. Look, they don't want to wage war up against this Knight of Swords. This is swift action taking by way of the divine collective. Very divinely protected with the Seven of Wands. Clarify, Holy Spirit. They want their souls back. Some of them are fake. Some of them are tricksters because they know you got the real King of Cups coming in here, self-love. So some of them want to be next to you because they don't want to go to the divine. So they're coming in hoping that they can play on your emotions. Remember, you cannot help everybody. It's a no. Some of them can't even get in contact with you. Yeah, you're in this Queen of Swords energy. You got your sword up. King of Cups and the real Empress. We got some real Empress coming in here. Real lovers. And when I mean real lovers, I mean lovers of self, lovers of the divine, the Most High God. Protectors, people that wish you well. And so the divine feminine energy is coming off real prudish, according to them. Doesn't matter. We don't give a damn. Queen of Swords energy, this is setting boundaries. That sword is saying, don't come close. Do not come nigh. I will off with your head. So says the divine. The Ace of Swords is in her hand. Stop playing. Ain't only got time. Watch out. Put your little penis up. Put your little toxic ass, demonic ass vagina up. We can't be tempted with your demon sex. Some of y'all have sex with jinns, demons and shit. Watch a woman be possessed with a demon and then you have sex with her. Some of these women, these karmic women, they watch a man be possessed and they have sex with the demon. Yeah, all day long. They're trading spirituality for physicality. Something that is dying. The physical body is dying every day. It's going back to the earth. Damn, it's where it belongs. But the spirit and the soul has left the body. Their vessel by way of divine activities is inoperable, meaning it can't operate in divinity. Thank you, Most High God. Yeah, it can't operate in divinity. And they're watching you close out these cycles. The reason they're watching closely is because they want to come in as the Knight of Wands energy in haste, hoping that they find a weak spot, hoping that they find something that you're scared about, something like that. Remember, the devil can only attach itself to what you give permission to. These people need your permission to cross your threshold, mentally, physically, spiritually. Yeah, and then you like, hell to the gnaw. Get your punk ass up out of here. Hell to the motherfucking gnaw. These people come in to block your intuition. They want you to go back to sleep, but with the moon in the reverse, you got some dark ass witches out here, dark ass warlocks, the high priestess in the reverse. They don't want their souls back. You can't help everybody. The only people getting their souls back are the innocent children. And some of these innocent children could be 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. They were brought into darkness by their parents. So they went into the dark. They were born into the dark and they came into the light. Some of you were born into the light and some of these partners pulled you into the dark. That was the assignment. The goal was to keep you in the dark, but then you came up out of the dark and you went into the light. You never forgot the Most High. No matter how much darkness came around you, you never forgot the Most High. You said, as above, so below. This is against spiritual law. I will not sell my soul. The magician, alchemy. Clarify, they want their souls back? No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. They come to create chaos and instability. The Two of Pentacles in the reverse, these are people that are coming in to try to wreck what it is that you have. They have no authority over this Wheel of Fortune. This Wheel of Fortune being in alignment belongs to the divine. I, myself, my beautiful soul tribe family, the people that are genuinely doing the right thing when nobody's watching. And even when people are, because you know everybody's watching, that really love the divine, our contracts are non-negotiable. They can't be touched. The enemy wants to come in and make you feel like they could touch your contract. No, they need your permission. We're not co-signing to that. We're not signing our name to those demonic contracts. We done broke too many curses. Goodbye. Adios. Some of them will not get their souls back. So what happens to them? Okay, because the devil is running off on the plug. Clarify, what happens to these people that can't get their souls back, Holy Spirit? They're earthbound. This is what Spirit says. Queen of Pentacles, they sold their souls for money, wealth, riches. This is not Queen of Pentacles in the traditional sense. This is about what they sold their soul for. Coincidentally, Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, the devil, which represents desires. They desired the world. They desired the earth. And so in the earth, they will stay. They're earthbound. Their prayers are earthbound. Whatever they're praying to is earthbound. It can never reach the heavens. There is no as above, so below for them. It's only below. Yeah, look, I can make it up. They're cursed. 4 wands in the reverse. Lot of toxic partners. Lot of dark witch, dark warlock linking up. They can only be with each other. You ever seen 2 soulless ass people doing dark shit together? They just in a demonic contract. This is like demonic twins finding demonic twins, trying to figure out how to find a divine person. And we can smell them. They smell a certain way. They're skunky. They have a funky spirit. They have a stench on their soul. That's what I just heard. Yeah, they need somebody to sacrifice. They need to eat. They need some light. So what happens to these people? They're earthbound. This is what Spirit is saying. Queen of Pentacles. They sold their soul for money, wealth. Listen, things that the Most High says I will give you. Just stay focused on me. Answer the call. You can have all of that. You can have all of this, the money, the cars, the whatever. Listen, but hey, you ain't got to sell your soul for that. You're going to return back to me. Why would you do that in a temporary situation? You just passing through. So it's a blessing that I get to be here with flowers and candles and nice nails and rings and all of that. Child, this is fun. Thank you, Most High. A nice bed, a nice house, a nice whatever, a nice car. Thank you, Most High. Those are gifts from the Most High. That's it. It could be here today, gone tomorrow. One has to know where their spirit is. What are you attached to? And a lot of them was attached to things. That's why they do so many damn glamour spells. Oh, if they just find me beautiful. No, do you find you beautiful? I dare you to not look in the mirror for a whole year and see what happens. What image are you holding of yourself in your mind's eye? Illusions. So what happens to them? They stay earthbound. They stay defeated. 5 of Swords in the reverse. Some of them can't even jump up to your level unless you open up the door for them. I don't see nobody from the Divine Collective being that naive, opening up a door for these people. But what? We're not co-signing to that? What is that? 3 of Pentacles. Child, they collaborating, trying to figure out, well, how we going to get next to the light? Because you know, yeah, the devil done ran off on the plug. Clarify the devil in the 10 of Swords. Look, the devil done ran off on the plug. Turned them all against the Most High God. This is a fall from grace. This is empty. Look at how the cup is in the reverse. There's nothing in the cup because the cups have been turned over. That's no luck, no joy, no peace. You wake up, you hear people laughing. It ain't even a real laugh. Like you like, damn, it ain't nothing. Like, listen, let me tell y'all something. Stay away from the enemy. If you're new to your journey and you're still dibbling and dabbling in something that is dark, I'm trying to tell you, you don't think that karma is coming. You think you've mastered shape-shifting. But in order to shape-shift from the dark to the light, you need light. And right now, whoever these dark-ass people are, whoever y'all are, y'all ain't got no light. Ain't no shape-shifting. You shape-shift back into the dark. You got darkness in darkness. Ain't no light there. The light has been removed. Remember, you turned down this cup. You thought people like this were weak. You thought people like this were boring. I remember I came up on a warlock just recently too. 9 of Swords. And he mocked the fact that I was celibate. And that I didn't drink. I said, I never said that I don't drink. I just don't I don't need a drink. Like, oh, I need a drink. I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. I might want to do something. That's a conscious decision. To have a glass of wine is something that I don't need. I don't even have alcohol in my house. And you know what he said to me? He said, damn, that's boring as hell. He said, what do you do for fun? All I can tell you is that a wise person can learn from a fool. And a fool can learn from a wise person if he's willing, if she's willing. And I went back into my spiritual closet and I thought about that. And I thought, it's a pleasure for me to really honor the Most High God. Like this is real feelings I'm giving y'all. And I'm thinking, when did people think that was boring? I dance. I know how to have a good time. I know how to this. I know how to that. But I know when to pick and choose my situations. Because once you've been in enough situations like this, oh, trust me, you get a whole lot wiser. You don't fraternize with everybody. You don't eat at everybody's house. You don't drink with everybody. You don't do that. You just don't do it. Especially once you've been delivered from certain things. It's not even hard. I remember my uncle said, rest his soul, one of the best people I ever met in my life. Rest his soul. He told me, he said, it ain't hard doing good. He said, people be out here struggling to do good. Yeah, he told me that. I said, wow. And it's not hard because the Most High says, I give you peace that will surpass all understanding. You could just be sitting with what people think is very little. And you got this joy that's so amazing. They could be driving the best cars, whatever that means, or having the most amount of money, whatever that means. And maybe you have very little. Maybe all you got is four walls and there's so much joy. That's your prayer room. If them walls could talk, they could talk about the prayers that you spoke into the atmosphere. You got peace there. And then you got somebody in a 6, 7, 8 bedroom house and it's cold. That's not always the case. But it's safe to say that money can't buy you love. I've seen the misery of people that had a lot but had nothing at all. And I've seen the misery of people that had very little that thought they wanted more, and the devil answered their prayer. And when they got there, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. I've also seen people with very little who had a whole bunch of peace and a whole bunch of joy. Because at the end of the day, I ain't never really seen nobody squeeze a 6, 7, 8 bedroom house into a casket. You let a wealthy man drop dead, the first thing they gonna do is pat him down and pat his pockets. Who gonna get the car? Who gonna get the underwear? This is how it goes, right? You don't have to sell your soul for those things. You can have all of that. I thank the Most High for blessing us with resources in a world that wants you to believe that it's not accessible to you. That is a blessing. Thank you. Did you eat today? Thank you. And if you didn't eat, maybe that's a day that the Most High is telling you to fast. Okay, all praise be to the Most High. But when you got to get down to the nitty gritty and really decide whether or not you want to get your soul back, some of these people don't want their souls back. They crying wolf. They crying real crocodile tears in the presence of you. I'm so sorry. I just thought that we said a whole demon crying. And you said, and I'm so sorry. And in your spirit, you're discerning. You looking at them, you like, you lying. I rebuke you. There's nothing true in you. Your words you speaking ain't even the truth. They bound. They feel intimidated. They feel defeated. That's a good place to be. Now turn to the Most High God and cry a river. And to the Most High God answer, y'all. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. You can't come undo this God work. So whatever y'all cooking up for the full moon, some of them are working on confidence spells and glamour spells. Queen of Wands energy. It's the fire that they want. It's our 10 of Pentacles that they want. It's our passion. It's our ability. It's our confidence. It's our confidence in the God that we serve. It's the trust that we have. With the Chariot moving forward, Queen of Wands is confidence. Queen of Wands, in my opinion, she speaks with such passion, or he, about what they believe. They have an unwavering faith. You cannot convince them that God is not real. No matter what you do, there's no deal with the devil. And because they are willing to risk it all for the divine, to return back to source, the Most High gives them everything. Wealth, abundance, a life of comfort. These are the children of the Most High God. The Most High is saying, listen, for you doing my work, you're on my payroll. I'm going to take care of you. I know this 10 of Pentacles might have taken a little bit, but I needed to make sure that you had the character to handle it. You got to be decent and in order to handle this amount of money. A lot of people get to wealth like this and they just start doing crazy stuff. You see what's going on with these celebrities, child. They feel invincible. They just start getting bored, doing crazy stuff, having demon sex. Okay. Some of these people need exorcisms. They want their souls back. So they're going to start coming to you. So be mindful, readers. I know y'all are available for readings and all of that. Be mindful of people that come to project their BS and dump it there with the hopes that you're going to transmute it. I just heard all money ain't good money. Page of Pentacles. All money ain't good money. These are breadcrumbers. Clarify. You want your soul back? Do you genuinely? Show us your truth. They're trying to figure it out. Some of them will get their souls back. A lot of innocent children, y'all. A lot of innocent children that were under the hands of witches, warlocks, under spell work. Maybe you didn't know your mama was doing spell work over you. Maybe you didn't know your mother sacrificed you to the devil, or your father or your auntie or whatever this is. Or some of you were initiated very young into what you believed was your heritage, your lineage, like Ifa or something like that. But there's a violation of law in Ifa. Ifa is under judgment. Santaria. Woo! You're under judgment. You didn't crown these babies with shit that they can't get rid of. You're under judgment. Moreta is not coming for you. They're not going to help you. You know why? Because you surrendered these chosen children for your own personal ill-gotten gains. You're under judgment. Voodoo is under judgment. Yeah, it's under judgment. Whatever y'all do is under judgment. You conjuring up shit out of pain. You're not conjuring up anything because you're creating balance. You got the Emperor and the Three of Pentacles. Clarify these innocent children. Some of you are 30, 40, 50 years old. Some of you were forced into doing certain things at the hands of people. King of Swords in the upright. People that had authority over you. Two of Cups. To take on certain contracts, certain oaths and things like that. You absolutely can negotiate your soul back. You may need to forfeit certain people in your family or walk away. But if you're not ready to choose the Most High God and pick up your cross and walk, then you're not ready. Something about the fathers, something about the father's bloodline, something about the divine masculine is probably more important now than ever. The divine masculine usually has the most to overcome, because remember, a divine masculine is balanced in his feminine energy, and sometimes they're seen as not macho, or men that cry, or they have all this lust of the eye. You got a Jezebel on every other timeline popping ass, showing coochie, this, that. The divine masculine got a lot to overcome. A lot to overcome. A lot of witches. They so pretty. They're so beautiful. Baby, they come to snatch your soul. A lot of them carry like parasites and STDs and sexually transmitted demons that they want to pass along. A lot of them want to sleep with your divine masculine because they feel like that's how they get to the divine feminine. This is how they get to this Ace of Pentacles. You got divine masculines that are not easily swayed by these promiscuous ass women. And the ones that are still struggling with that, you need to pray a little bit harder. You need to pray that demon up off of you. You need to pray until that demon is uncomfortable coming around you. Because once you cast it out, it will absolutely return with a legion of demons that are far more powerful. That's law. So if these demons return back to try to occupy your space, and let's just say you've casted out a spirit of pornography or needing to see pornography or ill-gotten energy, or you just feel impulsive, you got to constantly have sex with anything and anybody, doesn't matter. Feminines too. You got to pray that thing up off of you until it comes off fast. Cry, pray, and go on your face to the Most High God and say, deliver me from this. But you got to remember that the devil is always looking for a way in. The devil is coming back with more sexual demons that are more powerful than the one that you just casted out and been delivered from. So when this demon come back, this demon needs to find you standing in your power, not in your weakness. The demon don't need to come back after you done casted it out and overcome whatever this is, to find you as the emperor in the reverse, as an impulsive masculine energy. That demon gonna come back with 1,000 more demons, a legion of demons. It is written. That's what it says. That's law. So when that demon come back, you got to be ready. You got to be ready. You got to be strong. Some of these Jezebels is fine. Whew. The asymmetrics of their body, you like, damn. Oh, she look good. And she got a whole sexual demon that's come to steal your soul and keep you away from your divine feminine. Same for the masculines. Child, there's some warlocks out here. They so doggone fine. Whew. I encountered one. I absolutely did. He was so doggone fine and demonic. I said, this is crazy. After I came up out that lesson, I said, please, God. Woo! Please, God. Please. Take me away from this. He was so damn fine. It was ridiculous. I remember looking back when I got delivered and I took the call of the Most High God. Three of Wands. I told the Most High God, I said, block that. And ever so often he would come up in my energy and I would feel him and I would dream about him. I said, break that. Because I knew that he was bound to some shit that I needed to overcome. And so I did. All praises be to the Most High God. All that glitters is not gold. Todo lo que brilla no es de oro. All that glitters is not gold. Don't take things for face value. That's what I just heard. Yeah. I promise you, if you walk away from these empty cups, you will get the Ace of Cups. Clarify they want their souls back. It's over. Some of these people will not. Some of these people are innocent. Shout out to the people that ended up going into the light, going within, telling the truth, unfortunately, about a mother figure, father figure. Okay, you're realizing that you were bound to something dark. Some of them told you that you were supposed to be doing this because this was your calling. Some of you have been through ceremonies. Some of you have had your heads shaved, okay? Queen of Swords. Some of these people were being controlled by the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. These are people in authority amongst these groups, okay? You're innocent. You can make a decision to stay or go to get your soul back. You were absolutely meant to be a sacrifice, but the Hangman came up in the reverse. Sacrifice, okay? To further the bloodline. They left you out in the cold a long time ago. Spirit is guiding you to leave these people out in the cold, however you see fit. Sometimes you got to do everything, anything possible. Sometimes the prayer is simply crying out to the divine and saying, what is it that you want me to do? And you might get a message that tell you to leave these people out in the cold. You might look over at the husband that you married, the children that you got. Some of them are karmic. Some of them been crowned with demons. The grandmama didn't put stuff on them. Every time they come from the grandmama house, they're acting up. It's spirits in that house. You ever been in a witch's house with a whole bunch of spirits? Child, I went to a witch house one time. Woo, that wicked bastard. And she did not want me to go. And she kept trying to bump elbows with me. Why? Because she was trying to transfer a spirit. It says, lay hands suddenly on no one. Why are you putting your hands on? Because they be wanting to touch this divine light. I done had people coming to me in public and just want to touch me. I'm like, he's just sitting there. And then all of a sudden I sneeze. Spirit just passed right on through. Spirit's like, no, you don't. This person is chosen. They be wanting to touch you. I went to a dark ass witch house right down there in Laurel, Mississippi. Boy, that old wicked ass witch there. She was controlling all the men in the family. She was a dark witch. I was so uncomfortable in her house. There were so many spirits that wanted to talk to me and tell me what she did. And I was like, hell no. You got your ancestors here. They mad. You just too much. I started getting headaches. And every time I kept going for the door, she was like, oh, hold on, let me tell you this. Now, you know that's such and such girlfriend gossiping. I said, oh, okay, that's what's up. All right. I'm like, girl, let me go. I got to put my chicken on. Let me get up out of here. She had her brother in a stronghold. She had ran off all his lovers. I said, this is a cold, dirty bastard ass witch over here. Who let you live? Her house was so dark. I could feel the nasty energy. The spirits was running in and out. Shit was hitting me in my foot, in my head, in my ear, in my eye. I said, oh no. I'm out. Me and you, we ain't of the same energy, boo. I got to go. Well, shortly after that, she threw some spell work at me, buried something in the backyard, tried to convince the guy that I was with, and he didn't believe it. My feet swelled up, my back got, I said, oh no, I broke that shit. The next day, she went into the hospital, had a heart attack. I said, okay, well, that's my clue. I broke it. All praise be to the Most High God. I'm not here to boast. I'm not here to brag. I could not have done anything if it had not been for my divine ancestors who mean me well and the Most High God. But she threw some spell work at me so tough. I said, oh, shoot, I got to get up out of here. And the Most High told me, leave everything behind. I did. All the clothes, everything. I had cute dresses, shoes. I said, y'all keep this. Bye. They even stole my items and was working with my items. I said, okay, that's what's up. I just told the Most High God, that's what's up. So you want me to overcome this. If you're allowing it, then that means there's something here that I need to learn. So that's what's up. The next day she went into the hospital. They said, yeah, such and such had a heart attack 3 days after y'all was over there. I said, oh, really? That's crazy. Why? Because her heart was under judgment. There was no good in her heart. She stayed in the Bible. I'm just going to keep it real. She was a dark ass worker though. She stayed in that Bible. She knew that Bible. Why? Because that's the way she was able to work the words. See? Yeah, that is the message. So some of these people going to get their spirits back. Some of them are innocent, y'all. Some of y'all grandmothers put stuff on y'all. Okay. Some of them use your energy to manifest stuff. Unfortunately. Okay. Alive and unalive, you're going to be vindicated, but you're going to have to do the work. Don't ask me how to do it. It's going to be hard. I'm just going to tell you the truth. You might feel like you're losing your mind. Be strong. Keep crying out. Even when the Most High is silent, even when them demons come in the middle of the night, all the things that you did, all the things that you didn't do, all the things you didn't realize that you did, you're going to have to keep crying out to the Most High God till you get an answer. It may feel like eternity. But if you really want to get in the presence of the Most High God, you have to be humiliated in the presence of Source for the things that you did. Some people are innocent, though. Some of them, the Most High God is saying, I'm hearkening to their prayers very quickly. They were innocent, y'all. They're not going to tell you how they went through ceremonies at 3 and 4 years old, being crowned with, demons and stuff. So some of them don't know how to operate without those spirits, y'all. The Most High God says those people are people that I will deal with. This is the message. I love y'all, okay? I'll see y'all in the next video. If this resonated, give it a thumbs up. I come in peace, love, and light. So peace be with you.